EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the steel capital of the world, Pittsburgh, PA, and Heinz Field. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. First carry for the former Buckeye, J.K. Dobbins. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the visiting Steelers who came away victorious, so they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Pittsburgh. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mahomes now to throw. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Defense had a chance to get off the field here on the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Steps away to his left. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage. And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead. On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 31-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
On first down, Dobbins. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Second and 8 coming up.
They'll get that one out quickly to Brown. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion, sometimes that means he really should be first, because all you want to do is get the ball in their hands and let them make the big plays downfield.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop them on 3rd down.
Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. Touchdown! Scotty Miller, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point by Gay is up and good. It's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Now, these two teams met in Pittsburgh earlier in the year, with the Steelers prevailing in that one. So if they can win here in Pittsburgh, they'd be able to claim the season sweep. Here's Jones again on 2nd down.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Bilal Nichols.
This defense for the Steelers, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one, but 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Bilal Nichols drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice. It all came together, but I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Chase Young in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Now back to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. Back deep, Deontay Harris. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Harris returning. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The give is to Jones. And he'll get this pretty close to a first down as he's tackled at the Steelers' 23. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So we'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And the decision to come out of the end. Zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He'll dump this off, complete to Dobbins. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This a 2nd and 7 from the 37. To throw, it's Mahomes. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
The Steelers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time through the air. 32 yards. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Brown has the first down and much more. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A.J. Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up first and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 63 yards for him on the ground so far tonight, as he has been terrific in this first half. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now Carr. Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And the Steelers are going to take over at their own 41. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
2nd and 2. Mahomes going to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And this is caught inside the 5. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A.J. Brown with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year. And the Steelers get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 21-7. Touchdown. Here's Gay to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Carr. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Carr now on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Carr to throw again. And that'll be incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Mahomes to throw. Flush to his right. He'll check this down to Dobbins out of the backfield. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Going deep this time for Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. No return there for Harris, and the drive will begin at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On third down, here's Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
87 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
On 2nd down now, it's Jones. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, are usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. They'll run it with Jones.
They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there, relied on the big guys up front, and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, save your dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
Carr now on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. A give to Jones. They'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign it.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down. Here's Jones. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line.
3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Now Carr. Robinson's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Now, that's going to be a tough one to explain when they get together and watch the game film, isn't it? I mean, they had the right call, had the out route. He's got to know where the first down sticks are, yet he steps out of bounds that close. Not their best play.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
What an excellent end result for them. But let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on 4th down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now 1st and goal.
Carr, a quick throw. It's complete. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And he's got it. Touchdown. Oh, but there is a marker on the field. So now the question, who is this on? Gold to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's 2nd and 9. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the 1st.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double and triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And able to get this one across the 45.
before he's brought down. Now a carry for Dobbins. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 53 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
They'll run on first down. Dobbins. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's a give to Dobbins. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down.
And this is caught. It's Brown. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On first down, Dobbins. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Shedding through the defense. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
Another nice pickup through the air. And I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the Ravens are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. He'll get this to Lazard. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's a give to Jones running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Again, it's Jones. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On 1st down, Carr. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
A nice run there by Jones on 1st down as they'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Throwing his Carr. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Yeah, you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now Jones. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Mahomes will throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Mahomes. Flushed it. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Stephon Tuitt. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. Mahomes to throw it. It's complete to Brown, right side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. Now flags come in. I think one of the Ravens got going a little early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. First throw of overtime for Carr. He'll get this one to Galladay. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down. Now Carr. Man open is Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
153 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again to Jones.
Well, they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. They'll run on 1st down. It's Jones, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On 2nd down, it's Jones. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Jones. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. He's had some big runs in this game. Not there, though.
But I don't think they're going to be deterred by that play right there. He's had some nice runs in the game. And how many times have we seen a good running back get stopped, yet turn it into something big on a later carry? I'd stay with him.
On 3rd down, Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Here's Carr. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But it turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. Excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. What can Mahomes do now with his overtime drive? Escaping the pressure right. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. Well, how about this? The very, very rare tie that we just witnessed. Hard to believe.
You don't see it very often. A bonus period of football, yet both teams go home a little bit unsatisfied.
This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome with the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround.